I'm Christopher Hein, and today we're talking about high falls. So last video we talked about why high falls exist, and so there's a lot of mysticism and myth in the high fall, and we kind of need to let that go in order to progress through with Aikido. But at the same time, there are functions to Uki Kaiten, and we do need to know how to do it for Aikido practice. So today we're going to talk about how to actually start doing your first high fall. So how do you make your first high fall happen? And it can be a daunting process. So I'm going to give you my beginner high fall practice, which if you can do zenpo kaiten, a regular forward roll, you should be able to do this high fall with no problem at all. So I'm going to get Josh out here and we're going to go to work for you guys. Josh? Okay, so how do you build up to high falls? The first thing you have to be able to do is do a successful forward roll while close to somebody. So there's the first step you have to have. And then you need to be able to do a forward roll while someone's in contact with you. And that might sound easy, but until you've done it, there's a lot of obstacles you can hit with that. So I have a rolling progression that I use, but just real quick, give you the rough idea of it is, so if Josh and I were like this here, we're really close in proximity. I touch Josh, so that way I'm in contact with him, and then Josh does a nice forward roll. Okay, so once he can do that, then he can start to work up to high falls really easy. Okay, it's important to understand that high falls are called Uki Kaiten. Uki means to float, Kaiten means to roll. So that's literally what it is. It's just a forward roll. It's really not much different than zenpo kaiten, except you turn all the way over when you do it before touching the ground. So you don't touch the ground, you float past the ground and flip all the way over to the other side. So here's a nice progression for that. So if Josh and I were to stand chest to chest like this, so this is the same as we were a second ago, and we know Josh can do a forward roll with that. Okay, I'm going to turn this way, and I'm going to get Josh's forward hand like this, and all I'm going to do is touch it. And then Josh is going to line up to do a roll that direction, and then he's going to do the roll. And I'm just touching his hand here, just like as if I was holding it. Okay. The next thing Josh is going to do is I'm going to grab his wrist and hold it. Josh is going to reach over the top of my arm like this, put his hand here on my knee. Now, all Josh is going to do is a forward roll, and I'm going to provide the base, so when he rolls, he doesn't smash down, right? So all I'm doing is holding him. So he's doing a forward roll. If he has a hard time doing that, so say we got someone who starts trying to bail out, like, can you do a bailout anymore? Yeah, there we go, good. Okay, so that's like a bad bailout, right? And that's because Josh is scared. So if I get someone who's doing that, I'm going to go back to this and I'm going to tell them, hey, I'm not going to hold you, just go ahead and do a forward roll. And make sure that they can do that action again, right? Because they'll see immediately if they can do a forward roll and they try and bail out of the roll, they'll see that that's an awkward action, right? So we get here like this, and then once he can do that again, I'm going to hold him and say, go ahead and try that forward roll again. And there's his high fall. So the high fall is really no different than zenpo kaiten, except there's a floating moment there that happens. And I think this practice is really good to get you started with it. The practice is really simple. You line up face to face like this. You grab gyaku, so I'm just grabbing right across. Josh reaches over my arm like this. I give him a little base, so I put my leg down here so he can grab it. I hold him real strong. Now, it's important that I'm able to hold this guy, right? So you would like to have a bigger guy in this roll and not a bigger guy in this roll if you can, especially when they're not sure about it yet. So I'm going to hold him real strong. He's going to do that forward roll. Comes over, perfect high fall. Okay. In the next video, we're going to talk about how to refine those and some tips for high falls, so how to make your high falls a little bit better. I'm Christopher Hein. Thanks for watching.